Hello everyone, welcome to Friends and Fun. In this video we'll be creating sidebar navigation for Bootstrap version 5. Okay, so let me show you the final result. So this is a regular navigation, but when I switch to the mobile screens, as you can see, when I click on the hamburger menu, we'll be having a sidebar menu, and when I click on this overlay, the sidebar menu closes. Okay, and I have also added the gesture features so that when a user swipes from left to right, the sidebar will be opened, and similarly to close this we need to swipe from right to left. Okay, so I'll show you how to implement this. So this is a index.html and I'm using Bootstrap version 5 and Bootstrap bundle.min.js. So finally we don't need any jQuery dependency here. Okay, so for the touch events I'll be using a library called swiped events here. So I'll provide the link in the description for the swiped events. So this is the library. You can download the min version by clicking on its link. Okay, so this is my custom script file. So I'll just copy the navbar from here. So I'm on version 5 here. I'll just copy the navbar code and paste it. Okay, so this is a regular navbar. Let me change some styling here. I'm making the navbar dark and bg-dark. Okay, so there are a lot of tweaks we need to make this navbar as a sidebar. So I'll just add the classes. First we'll make this navbar fixed, that is fixed on top. So fixed hyphen top is the class. So when I fix that navbar on top, and if I write some content here, so container row call, as you can see the text is overlapping with the navbar. So to resolve this issue, call -md-12. So to resolve this we need to add a class for the body element, that is pt-5, adding some padding top to the element. Okay, so you can see the text is visible now. Next, for the navbar I'll add a custom class here, that is main navigation. Next, let's switch to the mobile view, and for the navbar brand, that is the branding name, here we need to add classes here, order-2, which makes the now branding on right. Okay, so that is the order of this branding will be 2. So I'll just make this as front and fun. So order 2, and on large screens we want the order to be 1, so order-lg-1, making it positioned on the first on large screens. Okay, so similarly we'll be having some margin on the nav brand. If I inspect here, there will be default margin, as you can see, margin right 1 rem. So I'll remove the margin by adding mr-auto. Okay, so making the margin right auto. Similarly on the large screens we want the margin, so margin right on LG3. So we are maintaining the same 1 rem margin on the large screens. Okay, similarly on margin left we want 3 and margin left on large screens to be 0. Okay, so this will make the nav brand on right and the navigation button on the left, that is the trigger button on the left. Okay, so for the navbar toggler we don't want the regular collapse effect, so I'll just get rid of this data target attributes on this button element, and also I'll get rid of this area attributes. Okay, so the now toggler is not linked up with the collapse element. Next I'll be adding an overlay here, overlay div, so which acts as an overlay when I click on this menu. So let me show you here. So when I click on this I will be adding some overlay, so that when user clicks on this overlay we'll close the sidebar. So for that overlay I'm just adding overlay here. So this will be a div with a class of overlay. Okay, so this overlay should be displayed as flex, that is d-flex, and we don't want to display it on the large screens, so I'll just add d-lg-none. Okay, so we'll add some custom CSS using this overlay class in the CSS. Next, for the navbar collapse, so we can remove the collapse as well as the navbar collapse classes here, and we can add some custom classes, that is order-lg-2, that is a bootstrap classes here. So we want this navbar to be ordered to on the large screens. Okay, and to maintain the same background color, what we need to do is we need to add the background color which we applied on the navbar. So I'll just add the same background, that is bg-dark, so that the sidebar also gets the same color when we are on mobile devices. Next we'll make it display as flex on large screens, so d-lg-flex, and we'll make it the width 100%. So padding bottom 3 on all devices, and we'll get rid of the padding bottom on the large screen devices. Fine, and here we need to add a custom class, that is sidebar. So we'll make use of this sidebar class and add some custom CSS here. Fine, and for the navbar now we need to add some tweaks, that is mr-auto, which is already available here, and so I'll just tweak this as mr-lg-auto because I want the margin right on large screens as auto. Okay, next for the nav links, that is the anchor links here, so I'll just add some classes, that is px-3 for all the classes, all the nav links, so that we get some padding on mobile devices. Okay, and px-lg-2, that is padding on large screen devices as 2 and padding on all devices as 3. Okay, so I'll just copy these things. I'll just get rid of this navbar bottom, nav item link. Okay, nav item should be okay, so this is a disabled link. I'll just get rid of this disabled one. Fine, and finally for the form element we need to add px-3 and px-lg-2. Fine, So we are just giving some spacing for the nav links to display it good on the mobile devices. So let's add some custom CSS here. So first I'll target the sidebar as well as the overlay. So we'll just position them as fixed because we want it to occupy full screen, that is the top and bottom should be 0. Okay, so maybe I forgot to add the CSS. Okay, so the navbar container is covering the entire screen as well as the overlay is covering the entire screen here. So we'll target the sidebar and set the left to -100%. So last time when I created a bootstrap for sidebar for the version 4, I have used translate, but this time we'll be using left here. Okay, so I'll set the max width to 300 pixels and transition all is 0.25 seconds. Next I'll target the overlays. So we want the overlay to cover entire screen, so I am just adding the left and right also to 0, and I'll just give it a height of 100% and width of 100% and set the background color. You can add some transparency and set the visibility to hidden. Okay, so this is our overlay. So when I toggle the visibility, as you can see, it is covering the screen here, and similarly the sidebar is left 100%. So we are going to animate this based on the active class. So I'll be adding the active class to the main navigation, that is on top the navbar. Okay, so the main having navigation. So when main navigation is having an active class, then we'll target the sidebar and set its left to 0. Because we are pushing the left to -100%, I'm just making the left to 0. Similarly, when main navigation is having an active class, then I'll target the overlay and set its visibility to visible. Okay, so if I add the active class here, so let me add directly. So when I add active class using JavaScript, as you can see, this is the effect we get. So when I remove the active class, that is how it works. Fine. So finally, let's adjust the content here. So it is still overlapping with the navbar. So I'll just add some bootstrap classes on this container, setting the margin top to 2. Now it is fine. Okay, so let's add the toggle action using JavaScript. So I'll just write some JS here. Main navigation is equal to document.query selector of main navigation, and we need overlay and we need toggler, so that when user clicks on this toggler, then we can toggle the active state. Okay, so I'll just add main navigation dot query selector dot overlay, and similarly main navigation dot query selector of navbar toggler. So that is the class for this button. Okay, navbar toggler. So const, so I'm just creating two functions, that is open side nav, that will be an arrow function where I can target the main navigation dot class list dot add active, so I can just add a active class. Similarly for the close side nav main navigation dot class list dot remove active. Okay, so I'll make use of this function two times, that is the reason I'm making this as a functions. Okay, so document dot, so first add the event to the toggler, so toggler dot add event listener click, so when user clicks on this, then we want the nav to be open, so open side nav. Similarly when clicks on overlay, we want an add event listener, so when user clicks on this overlay, we want to close the side nav. So as you can see, when user clicks on the overlay, the active element is removed, active class is removed on this main navigation. Okay, next we'll make use of this swiped events, so you can add some event listeners like this. So add event listener dot swiped hyphen right, so when user swipes right, then we can call the open side nav. Similarly when user swipes left, we'll close the side nav. Swiped hyphen left, so when user swipes left, then close the side nav. Okay, so I'm using swiping here, so I'm just swiping and the active class is added here. Fine, so let's see on the large screens. So on large screens we are missing the nav link, so let's adjust the CSS here again. So I'll use media query, so media min width, so min width should be 992 pixel, that is the breakpoint which Bootstrap uses. Okay, for the sidebar we'll set the position to relative, and because we have set the top to 0 and bottom to 0, I'm just setting the top to auto here and setting the bottom to auto, and also the left is set here, left is minus 100% and left 0, so I'll just set the left to auto again, and flex direction will be row, and max width will be 100%. So we are applying the transform on this element, sorry, so we don't need any transform here. Okay, so we are applying some transition on this element, so we don't want any transition, so transition none, and set the overflow Y to visible for the drop down menu. Okay, so we are having the same effect at the navbar drop down, and on mobile screens we are having the sidebar functionality. Okay, so on iPads and on iPad Pro, even the active class is applied or removed, will not have any effect here. Okay, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do watch other videos on my channel. Please share and subscribe. I'll provide the repo link in description. We'll meet again in exciting tutorial. Take care.